2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Zurich Classic of New Orleans is about to start. Hello, I'm Luke Elvey alongside 2002 PGA Championship winner Rich Beam, who's in the booth. And it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hey guys, I can't wait to watch these two go at it again. It was an incredible battle first time round, and I think there'll be a few shots fired out here.
Anytime you take on a player like Brooke Henderson, you want to bring your best here, Rich. TPC Louisiana is a very interesting golf course made on some pretty flat land, Rich.
Absolutely, and this hole shows you exactly what to expect. Second shot to a very tiny green. Tiny greens dotting this entire layout. Hit one close here, and you can expect to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is lovely.
This putt about 11 feet in distance.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
Well, that's a nice way to start, writing a little red number down on the scorecard at the first.
Can't birdie them all unless you birdie the first, Luke. Good start.
He finds himself tied for sixth. Rich, if you missed a birdie opportunity at the first, you've certainly got one here at the second.
Yeah, it's par 5. It's pretty much just straight away. You got to avoid those bunkers down the left-hand side. For those players laying up, you got to lay it up shy of the big bunker down the right-hand side. This green sits ever so slightly above the fairway, and again, they're just not that big of targets. It really is a cool golf course designed by Pete Dye.
The second hole at TPC Louisiana sets up the first of numerous birdie opportunities.
Third shot into this par 5 to a green that sits above the player, but watch out, missing either right or long, you're in terrible shape. Accuracy with your third is a must.
Going with a 3-wood here.
They're going with a bit more club here. Let's see if it was the right call.
Well, that's a tremendous shot and sets up a wonderful opportunity.
I'll tell you what a sensational play. This player stepped up their game, a bold play, hopefully a bold reward.
Just didn't drop. Well, that's a bit disappointing. A birdie putt awaits. And with that putt hold, it's back-to-back birdies.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
Well, good move there. Anything north on the leaderboard's always pleasant. The third hole is a long par 3 measuring 230 yards.
Be careful of the wind here. You can't always feel it as those trees on the left sometimes block it out. Missing it right is an obvious no-no, but missing it left is no guaranteed of an up and down either. The green slopes away pretty severely over there.
That's well played. Anything on the green from there was fine.
Already had a few birdies today. This for another.
And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She's 2 strokes behind her rival this week.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Yeah, he's got just over 16 feet here.
This one's online. Oh, terrific. What an effort. Currently at -3 for the round.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
TPC Louisiana might be known as a birdie fest. However, you're going to find plenty of challenges, including the par 4-4.
How can bunkers that are so minuscule be so agonizing? That's exactly what these are down the left-hand side of the fourth hole. You avoid those, and you get a good look at the green for your second shot that gently works away from the player.
Standing up over this one after a bunch of birdies.
I tell you what, they're set up quite nicely through the first opening holes. Birdies galore.
This should play.
He seems to have zero regard for the fact that he's playing against a multiple major champion here. Just firing off approach shots like that. Wow. Oh yeah, this is tracking nicely.
And that should secure the par on this one. Why don't we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
She's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Oh, that's frustrating. And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. Rich, the fifth is a shortish par 4 by today's standards, but still enough there to mess with your ball.
Players want to move the tee shot from right to left on this hole because there's some trees on the tee box that'll kind of force you that direction, so driver may not be the play. The second shot, however, that's where it gets interesting. This green absolutely belongs in a skate park. This has more humps and bumps and wobbles in it. It is a very cool design.
Oh, what a gorgeous looking shot that is, Rich. Yeah, well played.
Outside chance here for the birdie.
They're a long way from the hole here. Work to be done.
Little birdie look in here. Oh, they're going to walk this one in.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Didn't have to sweat that par putt. Trailing by a stroke after that hole. The 6 is a tremendous par 4. Plenty of golf hole, this one.
Water all the way down the left-hand side, so that's going to shove your tee shot out to the right, which make that second shot so much longer. Not much to the screen. It's fairly flat, but finding it in 2, well, that's a tall order.
Oh, absolutely flushed. And what are we looking at here, Henny?
Setting up here from about 185 yards.
Going with the 6 iron here. Not a bad play, that one. This putt to move into a tie for first.
Rolling end to end, this looking nice.
John, talk to us. What do you got for us?
Hey guys, we're checking in with Lexi Thompson as she gets set for her next shot here on the 15th.
So after that effort, let's have a look at the contenders and the pretenders. And now 4 under for the tournament.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
The 7th provides a great opportunity if you can get a good driveway. This par 5 is a lovely hole.
Pete Dye put a zit in the middle of this fairway, and it absolutely needs to be popped. You drive it in that fairway bunker, and you're absolutely beside yourself on how your golf ball could end up in something so small. It is a brilliant design, a brilliant bunker on a hole that should be birdieable by everybody in the field.
That dog will hunt.
Good mid-range putt, this one. An 18-footer.
You know you want to.
That's a good putt to make. We'll take that. And that will move him to 6 under par. And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard. The 8th is a short par 4, Rich, and modern players are starting to try to drive this green.
They are, although I don't quite see it that way. It's such an easy second shot. If you just lay it up short of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, you're not going to have much more than a flip sand wedge, gap wedge maybe, to a green that once again has a lot of movement to it.
That's a super shot. That's another green in regulation. Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it.
These are on rails, looking good.
Mark it down. That's birdie number 5. And that will take him to 7 under. And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
Leading by 3 strokes now. The front 9 finishes in a unique style, a par 3 of 210 yards length.
This is actually a par 3 on the card, but most players look at it as a par 4 because there is nothing simple about this hole. If you bail out to the right, you're going to fall off into a low area where it's nearly impossible to chip it up close without taking a risk. So most players are just resigned to making 4 and moving on.
And he's hit that inside the range. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Just got to trickle this one in the front door. It's downhill.
Oh, so close. Putting for a par now. And down it goes. What do we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
Yeah, she's down, she's behind, her rivals scooting ahead. Let's see what happens.
Here we go, Rich. In the lead, late in the championship. It's exciting.
Yeah, no time to start thinking about that lead, Luke. They got to keep their head down and keep going forward. Cannot think about that lead or people will pass them.
Oh, well done. Second shot here at the 10th. Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. This putt coming up is for birdie. And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Let's take a look at the current standings. Currently in first position. The par 5 11th, very gettable if, Rich, you can avoid that monster tree about 100 yards out.
Exactly. Tee shots, once again, you're starting it between a couple of bunkers, but the second shot, there's a tree about 75 yards short of this green, and you've got to figure out a way around it. Do you draw it around it? Do you hit a fade around it? What do you do? No easy task for any of these players. Green sits above the player just a little bit, and again, has a lot of movement on it.
Well, that's showcasing their power there, Rich.
Absolutely. Love watching a player be bold and be rewarded for it. Looking good.
That will drop, and it will extend the lead. Our current leader is enjoying a 6-stroke advantage. Well, the 12th is certainly one of the stronger holes on the back 9. This par 4 measuring just under 500 yards.
You want to try and hug the left-hand side as best you can to shorten up the hole as much as you can, but still avoid that bunker if at all possible. Second shot, the green up there sits a little bit caddy cornered to the players, so working the golf ball in there for left to right for your second shot would be the play.
This is Brooke Henderson. Let's return to live play now. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
He's looking at perhaps 175, I'd say.
And choosing the 8-iron here. That was wonderfully done. Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie. Ooh, right by the hole. A par putt on the table. And after that fine effort, this player currently holds top spot on the leaderboard, but Will Zalatoris is second. Rich, the 13th is a short par 4, but a really good one, depending on how much you want to take off.
There's really no real reason to go right at the green, Luke, with a tee shot, even if you have the power to get there, because you just can't stop it on the green. If anything, you want to hit it out to the right, where your next shot is going straight up the green. This is a very flat green, but is perched well above the fairway. It's a wonderful birdie opportunity.
This one's got eyes for the flagstick.
Oh, that's a great shot, and sets up a birdie look here at the 13th. Trying to get to 11 under with this putt. Okay, steady now. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole. Ooh, nice line. Now that's got to be frustrating. Hit such a great approach shot in, but wasn't able to convert. And staying right where they were in today's rankings after that. Well, for all the opportunities 13 provides you, you don't get too many here at the par 3 14th. It's a beast.
As easy of a birdie opportunity as the 13th was, 14, yeah, not so much here. Even though the green is quite large in size, it's difficult to hit with a long iron.
And he's down there. You got to read.
This one will run uphill.
This one has eyes for the hole. Yeah, they're good momentum makers, those ones. Good putt for birdie. Why don't we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. And with that hole done, this player currently is in first place, followed by Will Zalatoris. The 15th is certainly no cakewalk either, a par 4 measuring just under 500 yards.
This is the time where you need to have the best drive of the day. Take it out to the right, avoid the bunkers down the left-hand side. In the green, once again, it's got some movement into high spot in the front, a low area, and then a high area in the back. When the pin's all the way back, good luck making 4.
Oh, that's a great approach shot.
Looking for back-to-back birdies here, Luke.
This looks good. Couple of birdies on the bounce. You can see the momentum certainly with this player as we head down the final few holes.
And a nice feeling it must be to have that sizable of a lead coming down the stretch.
Well, doesn't take a genius to know that this is not a good place to be. How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. Well, you can see why he's leading. That was a shot of high caliber. And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
Yeah, she's down, she's behind, her rival's scooting ahead. Let's see what happens.
A look to get to 13 under par. Ooh. Good putters will make these. Right on 5 feet. Well hold. Still in the lead now after that hole.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on?
The par 3 17th requires a really strong tee shot, doesn't it, Rich?
That it does. Again, a very difficult par 3 with water all the way down the left-hand side. Just bail out to the right as best you can and rely on your short game to make that par.
That's just inside the range. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Yeah, they've left it in the perfect spot here, just below the hole. They can be aggressive up the hill.
Well, I like the look of this. Wonderful putt. And that puts some real pressure on their rival now. Moments like that deserve another viewing. Let's take a look at the replay.
I could watch this one all day. Who would have thought that would go in?
Well, this player's mighty fine. Their lead is now 9 after that performance. The closing hole at TPC Louisiana has water all the way down the right, Rich, but that's not its only issue.
Bailing out to the left, you'll find some menacing bunkers that you want no part of. However, if you find the fairway, going for it in 2 will be very tempting.
Chip it in here, and he'll take the title. Wow, that almost went in the hole. And this is why they put in hours and hours of practice. A putt to win it all. Well, pack your bags. We're all done here in New Orleans. It's time to head to Bourbon Street. But I'm dying to go with the winner of this Zurich Classic of New Orleans.
Oh, you better believe it. Some kind of golfing hat out there this week. The battle down by the bayou this week, Luke, and I got to say, a well-earned victory. Now it's time to go strap on the beads and hit the bayou.
That was an outstanding start by this player, Rich, and they've gone on to victory. What a way to win.
This player absolutely dominated all week long, all tournament long. Great job. You don't see this happen very often.
I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam, and on behalf of all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's goodbye for now.